What's up everybody, Griffey here. Nosferatu is finally out in theaters, and we can answer the question, does Bill Skarsgård have what it takes to compete with the other versions of this famous film vampire?
We are here encountering the undead plague carrier, the vampire, Nosferatu.
I absolutely adored Nosferatu. This is the kind of horror movie that happens at a scale you almost never see. Robert Eggers has truly crafted one of the most beautiful, dark, and horrifying horror films of recent memory. The cast is the star. Lily Rose Depp is unbelievable in this movie. You can see she's going to have a long and incredible career. Nicholas Hoult is incredible, Willem Dafoe's incredible, but you knew all that. Dude, Willem Dafoe has the most gangsta-ass line in that movie.
I have seen things in this world that would have made Isaac Newton crawl back into his mother's womb.
I was just like, yeah, dude. F***ing metal. What you want to know, is Bill Skarsgård incredible? And the answer is unequivocally yes.
I must object, my lord.
You will obey this my counsel.
One of the things in the marketing of this film that stuck out so obviously was how little we saw of Count Orlok. We didn't know if it was gonna work. Even in the film as we get to meet him, right? As we first enter Orlok's castle. He is backlit by a giant fire, right? So he remains in silhouette. We can see the shape of him. But this little drip, 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 drip of images lets our minds run rampant. And when we finally see Orlok in his full form, he absolutely delivers. The first time we see him actually consuming, he's doing almost a cat and cow yoga slurp of this poor innocent guy. It lets you know right away, this movie is not going to be for the faint of heart. Yeah, watching Count Orlok, that's just something I didn't know I needed to see, and it is. That's real scary. Count Orlok in this movie has a completely different look. He is not the bald, monstrous, predatory version that Max Schreck played. This Count Orlok looks like a rotting Jake the Snake, the famous pro wrestler, right? Complete with handlebar mustache and a voice that sounds like it could crush rocks. A deep, gravelly voice as he talks to you. I think the choice to humanize Count Orlok a little more with things as simple as a mustache and ears that look like they were once human ears. Yes, his fingers are horrifying ET claws, but the rest of him looks like he was once a man. Even through clouded eye lenses, Bill Skarsgård really pulls the empathy of a man-turned-monster through the prosthetics of the costume. He sees this other woman as a way to, for but a moment, pretend he is still a man, to find warmth. And yes, he does horrifying things to try to feel that little bit of warmth. But we understand where he started and where he ends. And that makes this film so much deeper and more engaging than previous versions of the character.
Standing before me, all in black, was death.
So we have to ask, if Bill Skarsgård, if we're writing up his Wikipedia page, what is now his page one monster? While Pennywise showcases more of the fun, it's more bombastic, it's more colorful, he gets great gags and great lines. Count Orlok is quieter, more subdued, he has this gravelly voice. It fills every single frame of this movie with dread. I will say this, whereas Pennywise is an amazingly fully formed comic book monster character to me, what Skarsgård achieves with Count Orlok, making him a man who has become a monster, who still has that base attachment to things that we understand, to love, to passion, to heat. That to me makes Count Orlok an infinitely more impressive monster performance amongst the two.
If we are to tame darkness, we must first face that it exists.
I do think we should stop and recognize the longevity and quality of the Nosferatu offerings. The original Murnau with Max Schreck is an all-time classic. Werner Herzog made Nosferatu in Venice. Great movie, right? We had the Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that's set in a movie theater that has a Nosferatu ripoff. That was awesome. We also got a movie that takes place about watching the fictional Nosferatu movie being made, right? A very meta journey in Shadow of the Vampire. And now with this edition, I think you can say if there have been 4, maybe 5 Nosferatu films, they're all awesome. The acting is always great. And all of those vampire performances are among the best of all time. I don't think any other horror franchise has that level of quality throughout, and definitely not over 1 century. of time.
Oceans of time.
Oceans of time. I will only refer to it as Oceans of Time from now on, because that's just hot, dude. This movie is an absolute beast and well worth the hype. Bill Skarsgård is officially our modern-day Monster King. Finding the humanity beneath the terrifying makeup, the gravelly voice, the physical and mental dominance that looms over the whole film, Count Orlok and Nosferatu far exceeded my already high expectations. Go see it now.